Ready, guys.
Okay, we're going to go with Dasher, and then we're going to go to Jed.
Well, Coach, first of all, just thanks for not going 20 innings tonight with Clemson. I appreciate that personally.
Yep, I looked up 7th inning when we tied it back. They went leading and we tied it up. I looked up. I'm like, oh no. And Todd Walker was on the call for the SEC Network, and he was on it last time. So we talked about it this morning. Oh no, he's sitting at his basement doing the game, but we already talked about it. That no way we can do this thing, and yeah, it crossed my mind. That's for sure.
No, but Parks Harbor though, I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about with this ball game, but Parks, I mean, I know he's a guy. He's a very mature for a freshman. I mean, really by this time of year, you're not really a freshman, I would guess. But him to come through, really take a real calm approach at the plate and got you that winning hit.
Yeah, no question about it. Cheney's so good defensively, and he had a great game on Sunday, and then just the splits, the matchup with the right-handed pitcher, it was definitely you needed the lefties in there. But once Gilbert got in, completely flipped. I mean, he dominates lefties. You saw how tough he was against all of our left-handed hitters. So by the time the game was over, we had all of our right-handed hitters in there. And it just kind of worked out. The right-handers take, much better swings. It's kind of like Darren Pascal. He's really tough on righties, and lefties take better swings off him because of the breaking ball. So, Parks was in there. The first hit was, just kind of living right. Just kind of found a way to, find some green to get the ball down. And I think that was the tying run. And then, for him to, get that hit and hit it like that, take a great swing. He was really aggressive. And, it's awesome to see guys come off the bench. Luke Wagner, huge hit. Fernando Gonzalez getting a bunt down. Buddy Floyd drawing a walk. All those guys, everyone that came into the game did their job. And I think we played 14 position players, and everybody did an outstanding job.
Well, that kind of leads to my next thing I didn't comment, I guess. Even though this is one of your younger teams, you correct me if I'm wrong, but is this one of your deeper ones maybe that you've had in a few years? I mean, some experience with guys who can go out and really get things done. They can move a lot of people around.
Yeah, Coach Daly made that comment in the fall, when it was all over with. He goes, you know what, 1 through 9, there might be some teams better than us, but I tell you what, there's not too many teams better than us 10 through 35. Just the depth that we have on this team. We have a lot of really good players, and you saw that tonight. We threw, I think, 7 different pitchers. We played 14 different position players. And now with everybody healthy, knock on wood, we can stay healthy. We can make some moves and do some things. And there was a time when we couldn't make a move. We couldn't switch anybody out. And, now with Corey able to catch and he's playing really well back there, we can just make different decisions and get different guys in the lineup.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Coach, you kind of mentioned it a little bit there when that oh no thought crossed your mind. But what did tonight, I guess, tell you about the resilience of this team? Clemson takes a lead there in the 7th. You get it right back in the bottom. Then, they tied in the 9th, and you obviously win it in the 9th. What does tonight say about the resilience of this group?
Well, it showed a lot of toughness and really a lot of mental toughness. When we've got the lead, we're up 4-2, and then the top of the 7th was a disaster. We don't catch a pop-up. We make an error. We almost make another error in center field. We hit the leadoff guy to start the inning. Just one of those nightmare innings that it happens. But all of a sudden we go up 4-2, feeling really good. We're down 6-4, and we get out of the jam. We get out of that mess, and then we come back and tie it in the bottom. And then we keep scoring. We score in the 8th. We score in the 9th. So we showed a lot of toughness, and that's as good a win as we've had in a long time. And just the way that it went about and the way it played out, that was a really good win.
Is this another one of those nights where I think you mentioned this last week where, your offense scoring in multiple innings throughout the game? Is this another one of those nights where it really kind of paid off for y'all?
Yeah, no question. You just got to keep scoring. And, especially, college baseball, and the ball was jumping a little bit today, even though the wind wasn't blowing, the ball was kind of jumping. And, they've got some guys in that lineup that are pretty scary. So you got to just keep scoring and keep going. And, when they scored the 4 runs and went up 6-4, our dugout still had some energy. We had 3 innings left. We were just talking about winning the last 3 innings. And our guys did it. We had some great at-bats going down the stretch.
And just one last thing real quick. When you have, obviously y'all have had momentum off the 2 series wins these past couple of weeks, but to have a game like this where you deal with, a lot of adversity through it, to come back and still find a way to win anyway, kind of what can this do, to propel this team going forward, this weekend and going forward the rest of the season?
Well, it can give you confidence, when adversity strikes again. We're gonna make errors. We're gonna have bad innings. We're gonna give up, runs that we shouldn't give up. It's baseball. And, but it shows that you can come back and fight back from it. So, when you play a really good team like Clemson and able to come out on the winning end because you fought, it gives you a lot of confidence moving forward.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay, next we're going to go to Davis, and then we're going to go to Ramin.
Coach, Corey Collins hit one of the furthest balls that I've seen personally at Foley tonight. Just what can you say about his growth as a player and as a person this season?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a really mature kid, and really happy with the way that he's been able to come in and now play defensively and catch. And it's probably a move I should have made earlier, and I didn't. But I'm glad that we've made that decision to catch him, and he's done a great job. And he's been swinging it better now that he's been playing more regularly defensively, and I think that has something to do with it. Just when you're in the game, you get a sweat going and you get adrenaline going. So, he is a force to be reckoned with. There's no question about it. He is a scary hitter to face because he can hit it. Like you said, it was going to hit a car in that parking lot up there, and it hit that tree and came straight down. They said, I think 446 is what they said. So, that's not quite Garrett Blaylock foul ball home run distance, but man, that ball was crushed, and that gave us, the early lead and really kind of got us going.
And then I want to ask you, with the excess of, you've had a lot of bullpen days this year. Do you think that in a way it might be tiring your bullpen out, or?
Well, when you notice we have bullpen days, we don't leave anybody out there too long. And, and look at, Jaden Woods and Ben Harris weren't throwing today. They were down. So the guys that are down, they're down. And we don't wear them out. So, Willie Pearson only went, he went 1 inning. We didn't stretch anybody out. So, and Darren Pasqua hadn't pitched in a week. He'd been under the weather. He had a little bit of a bug, nothing COVID related. He just had a little bug. So he hadn't pitched in a while. So he was fresh. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the box, the only guy that, Hank Bearden was scheduled to be the start, and then Nolan Crisp only threw 2 innings. So, we've been really careful about not throwing guys back-to-back nights and giving them rest. So I think they're in good shape.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Coach, we talked about Corey. He extended his hitting streak to 10 tonight, Riley to 8, Connor to 8 with a 16-game on-base streak. What do those numbers say about their consistency?
Well, I mean, that's exactly what it says, that word, consistent, and, just having good at bats. And it's so tough in this league and with our non-conference, next Tuesday, we got Georgia Tech. It's just so tough to, game in and game out to be able to, compete as a hitter against the pitching these guys are seeing. And it just shows you the talent level they have and the toughness that they have as hitters.
And also Josh McAllister, I think he hit one. I have 437 here, 104 off the bat, and he came back from injury, didn't miss a beat. Do you think pitchers are starting trying to pitch around him a little bit? They're being more careful around him?
Yeah, a little bit, but when you lead him off, it's a nice thing that you can't really pitch around a leadoff guy. So he has been such a shot in the arm for us. And, he was a guy at the beginning of the season. I told him, hey, you're going to platoon early on and see who wins the job. And he did. He won the job. And he kind of gets us going. He plays hard and just gives our team a lot of energy. So I'm really happy with the way Josh is playing, and I know our team feeds off of him.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.